I learned double tongue by realizing this one thing. So double tongue is a hard skill for many clarinetists to learn. It's sort of either this black magic topic or it comes very easily to people. Now this video should solve this one aspect that once I understood it, I then was able to do double tongue, which I haven't been able to do in probably the first 14 years of my clarinet journey. I always wanted to double tongue, but I wasn't able to. It was always like this block here that it was closing and nothing about double tongue was working. First, I will play for you two versions that should demonstrate the topic that we're gonna speak about today. So first, the bad version. Second version will be the version that you will be able to do after having gone through this concept today. So here comes the thing that once I realized it, I was then able to start double tonguing and implement it in my repertoire, and it finally clicked. The word double tongue is not helping. It demonstrates to us that the movement our tongue will make is something that is bilateral, two places the tongue moves to. And then we see those YouTube tutorials and they all say alternate between T and K or alternate between D and G. Okay, but that's actually not true. If we would alternate between those two things, a bilateral movement, which is D and G, so I always think in terms of D and G because the consonant should be as soft as possible to let the air flow. But if you think in two positions, you'd be you would move directly from the D to the G, back to the D, basically being in constant closure. Because a consonant is actually on the clarinet a closing thing, so we are closing the air, and the G is also is closing, so we have D and the G also closing. What is on the clarinet actually opening, so letting the air flow, is a vowel, and the vowel we are using for double tongue is I. So I don't know how to demonstrate what kind of vowel this is, but it's not one of the casual A, E, I, O, U vowels, but it's like I. It's something in between two vowels, so it's I, which gives us a nice speed of air for double tongue, but not too fast speed of air, so that it will sound awkward. So I is actually perfect. Now here comes the trick. So double tongue is not a bilateral movement, but it's a trilateral movement. It's a movement between three positions. It's a movement between the consonant, the vowel, and then the consonant G, G, D, G, D, G. And the funny thing is, we spend the most time in the vowel position. So in the thing that we don't even think about when we learn double tongue. We think about digga, 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 the D and the G. But the main part, the actual note, the thing you will hear, which is not closure, because closure means silence. The thing you will hear is the vowel. So you're always going back to the neutral. You're going to the reed with the D, and then in the neutral. And then you're going to the throat with the G, and you are back in the neutral. And this is the actual note you will hear. it's actually a trilateral movement, with the most important part of the movement being the vowel, that we spend actually most time on and should always be our neutral, our baseline, and then going to the D and back to the vowel, back to the G, back to the vowel, back to the D, back to the vowel, back to the G, back to the vowel, and not uncontrollably between dig 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 without a controlled vowel, a controlled note, a beautiful resonant note in between. By the way, if you'd like to hear my most important thing that I learned on articulation, which are the 4 types of articulation every clarinetist must have heard of in order to get complete control over the instrument, go sign up for that below. It's free. On the thank you page, you can decide to go for a full 10-day articulation challenge to fix your articulation in its entirety. So all the basics fixed. See you soon. Bye.